right. A little over a month ago, I was at the Victoria Whisky Festival, and part of the deal is that you purchase um, tickets for master classes and tastings. And I decided to go to the 2023 Canadian Whisky Award Winners Master Class with Davin de Kergamo. Now, Davin de Kergamo is no stranger to Canadian whiskey. He's written a couple of books about it, and he's known in whiskey circles, Canadian whiskey circles. So I met up with him and went to his master class, and he had things like Weiser's 18-year-old, which is 100% corn whiskey, 18 years old. He also had this along here, the Canadian Club 15-year-old Invitation, which is essentially a Canadian corn whiskey with sherry cask, finished in sherry cask. And he had six or seven whiskeys lined up, Canadian whiskeys, and they were all lovely. But then they came to another one. He was going through one after another. This is the 18, and this is the Canadian Club 15-year-old Invitation. And then he got to this one. And I had poured myself a glass already, and I was sipping it. And he was saying that this was just a wonderful thing. And I'm going, yeah, you're right. I said that out loud. This is the Paradigm Spirits Heritage Collection, barreled in the year 2000. Now, it was barreled in the year 2000 at some distillery, some unknown distillery in I guess Ontario somewhere, and because it's 19 years old. Okay, it says here barreled in 2000. Okay, Heritage Collection 2022, Distillers and Blenders, Heritage Collection barreled in 2000, single grain with Oloroso Sherry Batch Number 3 unfiltered Canadian whiskey, 45% alcohol by volume, American Spirits Double Platinum Ascot Awards winner, whatever. On the back it says here, Canadian whiskey at Paradigm Spirits, we take the blender part of our name seriously. Celebrating Canadian whiskey's rich blending legacy, we brought together the lush vanilla and caramel notes of our first heritage release with the nutty bitter chocolate and spicy flavors of a classic full-bodied Oloroso sherry. Enjoy responsibly. Blended and packaged by Paradigm Spirits Limited Partnership, London, Ontario. 45% alcohol by volume. 19 years old. And this, according to a lot of blind tasting, where Davin de Kergamo got a whole bunch of people together to taste Canadian whiskeys. And this, according to the tastes of all the people who tried it and tried all the other whiskeys, this is the best whiskey in Canada. And I was blown away when I was trying it in this lineup of Canadian whiskeys. Plastic cork. This cost me It was $119.42 from the distillery. Shipping was free, but there were taxes. And the taxes worked out to $15.52, something like that. So it ended up being about $135 to my door. And I did have a couple other whiskeys in the package. But this was the one that I had to have right away. Okay. Corn sweetness. Oloroso. Chocolate on the nose. When I tried this at the masterclass, I was blown away. And then, a week or two later, I saw the whiskey neighbor try this. Or talk about getting it. He talked about getting it. And that he was going to get it. And he said, well, I had my friend drive an hour and 45 minutes to the distillery in London, Ontario to get me a bottle. And then I found out, he said, that I could have ordered it directly from the distillery. Aha. So then the little light bulb went off in my head saying, I'm going to order it direct from the distillery, which is what I did. And I ordered every whiskey they had. Well, they only had 3 expressions. But it was important that I get this one, because this is the one that was judged by several tasters to be the best whiskey in Canada. And it smells lovely. There's a Canadian corn sweetness, and it's 19 years old, so it's a lot like Weiser's 18. But it's got that Oloroso that was poured into it. Or shall we say blended in the Canadian fashion. Because what is it? Something like 9.09% of it can be something other than what it is. It can be sherry or wine or tequila or whatever to change the flavor. So in Canada, they don't necessarily rely on having a wet sherry cask. They just pour the sherry right into the whiskey and blend it like that, rather than relying on the wetness of the cask to give the influence of the former contents of the cask, if that makes any sense at all. I'm really enjoying the nose on this. It's fruity. There's some caramel. There's some vanilla. There's naturally the Oloroso sherry. There's some dark chocolate. Oh, on the nose, this is a beauty. It really is a beauty. Oh, I could nose this all day long or all night long. It is so good. This is really done right. Yeah, and I was blown away by it at that masterclass. And I even, when Davin de Kergamo was talking about it, I said, "Yeah, you're right. This is great." I just said it out loud. I didn't put up my hand or anything. Yeah. So I'm really glad I went to that masterclass. So now I'm doing it on my channel. Had to. I can't get enough of this nose. But I'm going to taste it now. Mm. Oh. Oh. Vanilla caramel dark chocolate. Mm. A little bit of apricot. Oh. This is so good. I wish I could give you the taste. I wish I could take the taste from my mouth and put it right in yours. And you would agree that this is one excellent product. Mm. Oh. And what a super complex, long, rewarding finish. Of grass and vanilla and caramel and salty dark chocolate. Oh. Oh, this is a fine, fine whiskey. I've never had any Canadian whiskey that's better than this. This is marvelous. Yeah, I'll keep searching for superlatives to describe this one. Oh. And even after I've had a couple sips, I can keep on going with that really delicious, lovely nose. And I can keep nosing it. Who'd have thought? Canadian corn whiskey, pour some Oloroso in it after it's been aged for 19 years, and you'd get this. Superb. Mmm. Well, Paradigm Spirits, you've just put yourself on the map in Canada. And I cannot say enough good things about this because it is just fantastic. It is a fantastic dram. Really, it is. The best whiskey in Canada. To your very good health.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Yeah.